Hey everybody, this is Ed Santiago once again here with First Choice Limousine and Car Service. So I found this one review. I had a confirmed reservation complete with an email from the company. She double checked the flights, all the information was right. This company even charged a credit card, but for some reason they didn't show up. They left this person stranded. Looks like it was a pickup at the airport, and yeah, they didn't show up, but they still charged. And she called them for an explanation, and they explained that they would be happy to give a refund, but they did not provide the refund. So they were not recommended, and this person will not be using the company again. So let's see, what kind of questions could this person have asked to make sure that she didn't get left? Well, it doesn't say that she checked with the limousine service the day before the trip or the day of the trip. So that to me is a red flag. So they got the email from the company, but was it a email like from their email box, or was it a formatted confirmation? Typically, if a limousine company is using a software product that helps organize their day-to-day itineraries, there's going to be a hard copy or a nicely formatted confirmation that's going to be sent to the passenger. If this person just got a regular email, sometimes that may be a red flag. You may want to dig a little bit more if that's what you're provided. Another red flag that I see here is that it doesn't say that there was any notification sent via text message to the passenger the day of the trip. And again, I'm just going through our process and seeing what was different between this scenario versus the things that we have in place. And also it says that the passenger was charged prior to the trip, and then she was arguing with the company to try to get a refund, and she had not received it. Some companies, they do charge the credit cards prior to the trip. With our service, we decided that it was better in our clients' better interest that we did not do it that way. We only charge trips upon completion of the reservation. And if there's any added charges, and typically when we give a price, we give it all inclusive already. So there are not any added prices unless there's waiting time or there's parking charges. If there's parking, then we add that to the final bill. And that's only, again, if we do a meet and greet inside of the airport and we just pass along the charge, whatever the airport charges us, we charge to the passenger. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts about this particular reservation. I think that the red flags should have been that they got an email from the company. It doesn't say that it was a confirmation, and the email doesn't reference probably the driver information. So that's another red flag, is that there was no driver information provided the day before the trip, which is always not a 100% necessity, because sometimes flights change and sometimes things have to be adjusted. So if at the very least, this person should have gotten some type of notification that the driver was on the way or the driver was on location for the pickup. And if let's say the driver was on location and he couldn't find the passenger, the red flag there would be that, or the resolution to that would have been for the company to provide the passenger the driver's name and phone number, so that way the driver and the passenger can communicate collectively. Sometimes at the airports, it can be a little confusing, especially if you're traveling into an airport that you're not too familiar with. Sometimes it's best to just put the two individuals to connect with one another. That way it kind of eliminates the calling back and forth. We know that we've been in situations where instead of coming down the escalator, the passenger walked right past us, and instead of making a left, they made a right. Even though we had a sign with their last name, they were just in a zone. They get tunnel vision sometimes, which is understandable. There's a lot going on at the airport. You're kind of going with the herd, and everybody's just trying to get the baggage claim just to get their bags, and then kind of figure out what's next after that. So again, a big red flag was the passenger and the driver did not have the passenger did not have the driver's phone number, so that the passenger can contact them directly. And unfortunately, in this scenario, a refund was they were arguing about a refund. It wasn't given at the time of this review. So that's just something that does unfortunately happen across the board with a lot of different limousine services. So the ones that are a lot less organized. Typically, if if a passenger is forgotten or if a passenger is not picked up, that's just negligence on the limousine services side. And they should have had all the proper infrastructure set up so that way they didn't do this to the passenger, because nothing's worse than, well, there's a couple things worse, but the kiss of death in the limousine world is to forget a passenger. So that's why you want to make sure you book with a company that does have the infrastructure and the checks and balances in place to make sure that you are not left standing at the airport looking for a way home. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you liked what you heard, please leave a comment down below. We look forward to hearing all your comments about the situation. And if you've ever been left at the airport by a limousine service, let us know your story. We want to hear. We want to hear how that worked out for you, and if you were able to resolve the situation. Did you give the limousine service another shot? Sometimes people have given a company more than one shot to trying to right the wrong. And if that is in fact what your scenario is like, let us know. We want to hear how that worked out. Once again, thank you for joining us today and spending a little bit of time with us, learning about the limousine business, some of the ins and outs, and more importantly, learning what questions that you should be asking or what to expect when you book a transportation to and from the airport, or you're booking a car service to your next destination. You always want to make sure that you're asking the right questions and that you're getting the right answers, most importantly. So we hope you found this video useful. Please like, share, subscribe, and we look forward to the next one. Thank you.